I guess I'm ready.
Yeah.
The Nevada Four-Wheel Drive Association was created in 2013 after a group of us decided the California Four-Wheel Drive Association, who used to take care of Nevada's problems, could no longer do it. We had so many problems and so much land, 83% of Nevada being public land, that the problems on it became much too large for an out-of-state association to do it. We needed to be able to come from the inside. The scary thing is President Biden in December a year ago issued an executive order that we call the 30-30 plan. He calls it the America the Beautiful plan. But what happens is that by 2030, 30% of America's public lands and waters must be in protected status. Protected status may mean expansion of national monuments, expansion of national parks, creation of new wilderness areas, areas of critical environmental concern, and a myriad of other tools that are used to keep us from being able to access the public lands. 12% of America's public lands are in protected status. That means 18% has to be gotten by 2030. Alaska has the largest public lands mass, but Nevada has the highest percentage with, as I said, 83% of Nevada's lands being in public. So we stand to really lose access in as they create these national monuments and such. Just since this plan was conjured up, we've already had two national monuments created in Nevada. One, the entire southern tip of the state has become a national monument with an Indian name that I just can't pronounce. Since this idea came up, we've already lost. So anyway, the other problem that's facing us is the proliferation of solar energy farms. These can run from 6,000 to 60,000 acres each. And right now there's a clamor down in the southern desert to build these farms. What it does is it takes away our access. Not only is there just the pure acreage of these, but what can't they have? They can't have dust. So there will be buffer zones around these acreages. And it's just a large land grab. Most of these are financed foreign, with foreign money, notably Italy and France and China. There are power grids that have to be built to take and connect these to benefit electric cars and the loss of electric to new homes and the power grids that will connect them will transport almost all of this energy being created to California. I see very, very little benefit to the state of Nevada. What we need for Nevada's four-wheelers to do is to go home, sit down in an easy chair, get comfortable, and think about how much is my access to our lands worth to me? How much is it worth to be able to take my Jeep out and run it on the public lands? If you can put a price on that, let's say that price is, go out and join as the off-road organizations as you can that are fighting to keep this land open. There's strength in numbers between going to shows and handing out. I got a lot of literature. The Nevada Four-Wheel Drive Association belongs to all of the major national organizations. Blue Ribbon Coalition, Off-Highway Vehicle Conservation Council. We belong to One Voice. These organizations come together in Washington, D.C., along with the others like American Motorcycle Association and the snowmobilers, and so that we have a single voice in Washington. We are trying to influence legislation at the higher levels so that when it comes down to the lower levels and gets interpreted by the lower managers of public lands, that it's understandable. It's the same thing talked about in Washington. So are joined together in such a way that if there's going to be lawsuits brought against the government for closure of certain lands, make closures that are unlawful under the Wilderness Act, National Environmental Policy Act, Clean Waters Act, and there's a myriad of those. There's probably 10 acts that we have schooled ourselves in, and when we feel that there is the actual violation of these acts, we may have to go to litigation. The Reno Jeep Festival is important to us as an organization because it brings together people from all over, at least Nevada, and it's a chance for us to talk about Nevada Four-Wheel Drive Association and try to spread the word that people that are using the public land should support it. There are various local and regional organizations that are trying to keep it open.